What's going on, YouTube? It's Traveling Tony. I'm here to explain to you guys what just happened in this video. So first, I want to apologize for not having more clips. This occurred last year, 2024, as you can see. So let me give you a little backstory. One day, I woke up and I noticed all my windows were open in my house, and I don't sleep like that. I don't like having all my windows open. And not only were they open, they were pushed all the way to the back, so all the way to the other end. Everyone is familiar with windows, so you understand that. So I was like, okay, I didn't leave it like this, and it was all my windows, the front windows, the back windows, the kitchen windows. And I was like, what's going on here? So I was like, okay, let me put up my camera. I put up my camera and I caught the guy doing that. Now, I had so many more clips of him doing this. He was there for like, I want to say a good 2 hours, because during this time it was pretty hot. My wife was at the end of her pregnancy, so it was crazy, a little stressful. We're sleeping in, had the AC booming. I couldn't hear him messing with my stuff over my AC. It was too loud. And this was like 3, 4 in the morning. I usually wake up around 5. But during this time I was sleeping in. It was just so much. We would be up, pregnancy pains and stuff like that. So I'll be up to assist her, help her out as much as I can. So I just was showing you guys this to show, yes, things like this do happen in Africa, but do not expect it to be the norm. If this guy would have gotten in my home, he would not have tried to harm me and my family in any way. I'm assuming, for the most part. I mean, no one harms people. They just want to rob you. They just want the items. And I want to say this is more poverty. Now, in other places, it may be different because of the narcotic aspect. So the person that was coming to my house most likely wasn't on narcotics. It's not common for people to be on narcotics in this country, but he was most likely just hungry and he was trying to get what he can. So in another video, he was just shopping on my laundry line. He was like getting shirts, putting them out like this, wrinkling them out, seeing how it looks on them and stuff. He was even getting the slippers, trying on the slippers, my wife's slippers. He jacked a couple pairs of her slippers. She was more mad than me. Now, the reason I want to put it out there is so people understand it can happen. So just make sure you lock your doors. Now, if this would have happened and I was awake, I would be, dealing with some cases and stuff. It wouldn't be cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? I'm a foreigner. If I grievously harmed this man entering my home, because I'm still going off of America rules, castle doctrine and stuff like that. Doesn't really apply here. I'm not sure how it would apply to a foreigner. You know what I'm saying? I'm not from this country, so I don't think it would be like, oh, no, you're good. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it would go that way. Just being logical, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a countryman. Like I said, just be aware, understand you can get robbed. Make sure, safety tips I can give, try to get a house with a electric fence. That's a great deterrent. People don't even try to mess with you. They see the electric fence on top of your gate, they don't want no smoke, no problemas. They're good. Also, there's another tactic people use as a deterrent. It's like they glue broken glass on the top of your fence, so there's no way to climb over just regular, like they have to throw stuff up there. It's a whole process. These people, they need to jump the wall very fast. They can't have other people seeing them jump the wall. My house, and just to explain this too, my house wasn't the only house that was ransacked or targeted or whatever. It was every house on my block that didn't have an electric fence. This guy was an opportunist. And that's also another issue when you're living by the beach. Living by the beach, you get a lot of vagrants and stuff at nighttime, a lot of homeless people. and they survey the area. They see which houses don't have lights at night or may have less lights. It may be less visible in this person's yard compared to another person's yard. So if it's very illuminated, they're not going to jump the wall and go in your gate or whatever. But if one of your light bulbs are out, it looks a little like shady in there, then they're going to try to luck if you don't have electric fence or any other type of deterrent. Dogs are another huge deterrent for people here. People are very afraid of dogs. If you have a dog, no one is going to jump inside your gate. And I'm not saying this is the end all be all, but these are precautionary methods. Cameras, people they don't care about cameras. Like the really poor people, they do not care about cameras. A camera is not a real deterrent. They need a physical deterrent besides a camera, like maybe, like I said, a dog, maybe an alarm or something like that. They need to be alerted with sound or physical harm. Just the camera alone is not enough. They'll steal your stuff on camera, looking at the camera. They might not even realize it's a camera, because at night with the camera, the light goes on. So you can't see it's a camera. Just a big light, like a flashlight, goes on. So you don't know what it is unless if you're logical. You're like, okay, this most likely is a camera with a motion sensor. But these people who are vagrants, they don't know that. They're probably not even well educated. And I'm not doing this to be mean. It's just what it is. It's just a fact. So on to my next clip. Now I'm going to talk about getting scammed. Now, this was only for a few dollars. It wasn't for a lot of money. I was a little upset, but wasn't too upset. Check it out. One key tip I want to give you when shopping online in Tanzania is be careful, because some of the stores, they'll ask you to M-Pesa them, Tigo Pesa them, whatever, digital transaction, digital money, right? And the store doesn't exist. So I'm at the location where the store is supposed to be. This is deep, like village territory almost in Dar es Salaam. It's unrecognizable to the rest of Dar es Salaam. But I came out here just to test it out. It was like a $10 ride, very far, and there is no store. It doesn't exist. I'm gonna show you guys the area so you can see what I'm talking about real quick. So Google says come out here, but there's no store. No store at all. It's just village shit. That's all it is. Village stuff, village area. There's no stores. There's nothing. This area is being developed, but there's nothing else in the meantime. So I just wanted to give you guys a little heads up. Be careful when ordering online. It can happen to anyone. They had no idea they were dealing with a foreigner. They were dealing with my wife directly, Swahili to Swahili. It just happens. Some people do bad business. And I'm also gonna put the name of the store, smart_kitchen, smart_kitchen1 on Instagram. So yeah. There is no smart kitchen anywhere. This is the area they sent me. Well, Google has. There's no smart kitchen. It doesn't exist. Okay, so my wife wanted some kitchen apparel, actually. So we were ordering some stuff online. This is the place. It's called Smart Kitchen. It's ran by the lady. She is not an honest businesswoman, so do not buy anything from this Instagram website. It can happen. We were only robbed for about 30 bucks. The lady had my wife M-Pesa her, which is common, people M-Pesa, but the problem is if you M-Pesa me as a non-business, right? I can go take the money out and just not do anything for you. I can just rob your money. So let's say you M-Pesa me $1,000 for a service, right? But you're not M-Pesa me to a business account. You're M-Pesa to my direct SIM card, my personal SIM card. Then I could just rob you. Now, if you M-Pesa my business, my registered business account, then I can't rob you because it's registered there. They'll be in trouble. You go to the police, it's clear, cut, and dry. But now with a personal account, the police can't do nothing. They're not even gonna care. They're gonna say, oh, well, take the L, that's it. And it's common. People think, oh, they robbed me because I'm a foreigner. Oh, they did this to me because I'm a foreigner. No, these are just down bad people in poverty. Down bad is just, it's an insensitive way of saying people in poverty. People in poverty that need food, they need medicine, they need various items, they need necessities. It's necessity based, right? They're robbing you for those reasons. So just be aware of that. So you can send someone money and they don't do the job that they said they were going to do. Now, people might say, okay, only do businesses. The problem with that is there's limited services for certain things, right? Certain services, they're limited. Like, let's say, certain kitchen apparel, right? Let's say you want a freezer bag. I'm gonna do a video about freezer bags for you guys, right? It's hard to find those. You gotta look around. You have to really look. It's not like America or even Western nations where it's very easy to find things. You actually have to scour the internet. And then while you're scouring the internet, if you're not dealing with a business, like I said, they could just run off with your money. And there's not many businesses with the Lipo Cosimo. You know what I'm saying? There are, but they're not small stores. Those are bigger corporations. And a lot of times the bigger corporations don't have everything. You have to go to a small store. So, like I said, everyone is susceptible to being scammed or robbed. In Africa, it can just happen. People are on hard times. Not everyone, obviously, but there is a huge population of people on hard times. There's no government assistance. So you're on your own. You're totally on your own. You're a single mom, single dad, struggling family. There's no aid to help you out. So I understand why people are doing it, and I don't demonize them. Just understand that people are out here to get you. One way you can avoid the scam is to, I'm sorry, my son is crying. One way you could avoid the scam is to have the person send you the item with the BODA, with the delivery service, right? They send you the item, you verify the item is there, it's the item you want, and you pay them. Now, issue with that is some companies, like even my new builder, I had to send him $100 for him to do a site visit. The problem with that is not everybody has the Lipo Cosimo. The government takes money, takes a lot of money. That's why people don't want to do it. The government definitely takes a lot of money from these people's bank accounts. I see it. It's different than our banks in the States where they don't touch your money. No, even when you're just doing a bank-to-bank transfer, anything involving money, they're going to reduce your money for using their service. It's like it's service fees or whatever. So people don't want to deal with that, especially when dealing with large quantities of money. They're doing business all the time, so they just want you to send the money to their number directly. Like I said, you're taking a chance. I do think Africa has made a lot of strides towards systemic professionalism, but they're still behind. They're definitely behind, but they're trying. So it's just what we have to deal with. I was making this video just to show you guys things you got to deal with on the ground. You can't expect to come to a country and expect things to be perfect. You're gonna take L's, and I've said this in the past. You're gonna take L's. Just dust your shoulders off. Try again. In the words of the late great Aaliyah, just try again. Pick yourself up. Try again, man. Try again. Keep trying. Use discernment. Like I said before in the past, don't send full amounts of money. Send people partial amounts of money for the service or the item. Like, okay, look, this is a big ticket item. You want $1,000. I'm gonna send you $100 or $200. When the item gets here, I'll send you the rest. Now, if somebody doesn't want to work with you, that's a clear sign they're a scammer and they just want your money. Or they could just be a very rich business person and they don't care about your money. They don't care if you use their service or not. They're like, okay, look, I need the full money, or at least 80%, 75%. If you can't do that, then you can move on. And it's okay to move on. It's okay to move on if you're not, look, if you don't feel safe sending your money, then don't do it. Don't do it. Just, if you have any doubts, reservations, whatever, just fall back. Say, you know what? Okay, I'm going to approach this at another time. If you're tight on money, don't use your last for something that you're unsure of. I don't think that's a good idea. In my opinion, this is all my opinion. I'm not telling you guys what to do. This is just based off of my experiences, living overseas, traveling overseas, doing business overseas. I've done a lot of things overseas, and my YouTube page only reflects a small portion of that. I've taken a lot of L's. I say this all the time. I don't want it to look like I'm some fantasy dude, some fantastical guy traveling, just winning all the time. Things just go perfect. No, I don't want that narrative. I'm not selling a dream. I'm not selling Africa. I'm just showing my experiences in Africa. This is like a random video. This is not well thought out or anything. I'm just showing you guys what I had to deal with. I had the time to sit down and do this, so I wanted to do it. I'm not even taking much time to edit. I'm just gonna cut up a little bit and put it out there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't be too worried about scamming in Africa. It happens, but scamming in America is way worse, to be honest. You could get got for way more money. It's just in America, if somebody scams your bank account or something like that, most likely your bank's gonna give you the money back. Here, you get scammed out of your money, you're just out of luck. Nobody's returning your money, just so you guys know. Thanks for watching my channel. Stay safe, people. I'll be coming out with another video soon.